Now, disclaimer, I'm not an outdoorsy guy, I'm not a camper, I'm not a survivalist, you know, I'm just an aging hipster with a fireplace, and this is an easy way for me to start a fire. Hello? Hello? Alright, how to start a fire. This is just one way to do it. And not a common way I see. I start with a kind of a medium log. Place it in there. This is actually a little, maybe too big for my fireplace, but kind of place it. I don't know, so is it slightly leaning forward? You can wedge it in there if it helps. The whole principle about starting a fire is starting small material going and then working your way up to a big one. You know, a common thing is paper. And now, paper's not great because it burns easily, but it burns fast. It burns too fast. So you want something that is easy to start, but burns for a long time so it catches everything else. But it's a common thing. You know, you crumple it up. You know, if you've watched The Great Outdoors, you twist it. You know, shove it in there, and then maybe that'll burn a little slower, but it's easy to catch. Best thing I know that's available to me is birch bark. It starts super easy and burns for a long time, relatively long. It's almost cheating, so we won't use it. So, and then kindling, just small pieces of wood. If you can get her smaller than this, it's even better. And then I kind of crisscross it. Not the band, with the inside out close or whatever. I'm struggling already. Just so it's propped up. And, you know, even some tree bark is pretty good. If you break it up, it makes a mess. I'm going to put some on top there. And let's see if she goes. Lighter, matches. It's on camera. You know, I can put a little bit of other stuff in there. Whoop. I try not to play with it too much. Sometimes that's hard to do. And you can see that the medium-sized wood is propping up the other wood, which will eventually get going. You know, if you were doing this outside, you would put the log, you know, against the prevailing wind to kind of keep the wind from putting the fire out. Am I going to have to do another take? Maybe put some smaller stuff in there. I'm too lazy to make a lot of kindling, so I don't like to use a lot of kindling. So I may title this the laziest way to start a fire. I know there's better ways, but I don't know if there's a lazier way. You know, you can use gasoline and everything else, but go ahead. You can make teepees, you can make boxes and everything else, but this is just me. Kind of got her going here. I'm not super happy this is going to take off. So I'm just going to put another piece, kind of prop it up here of kindling. And we're going to have to close this door soon or I'm going to get smoked out. And then I'll try. I want to get a little bigger piece, but I'm not sure if it's going to stay up or not. Maybe just like that. I'm wrecking it. Yeah, we'll have to close my door soon. I turn the light off. Oh boy. I really can't use this take. But this is real life. I started up some piece here. Piece of paper. Shove it under. And I'm gonna close it. I'm gonna close it, but leave it a crack. So like with the latch down, just so it starts forcing some of that. Oh, step 1, open damper. I have it as about step 7, but that may be helping it. I'm going to close it all the way now. Damper's fully open, closed. It's going to sound like an elitist, but this is a sealed unit fireplace. And the elitist will tell you this is the only way to go, which is probably true. So all the combustion, all the air, the oxygen that the fire uses for combustion comes from outside the dwelling. There's a vent down below, and it's sucking it from outside. And then of course it goes out the chimney. Whereas it's not sealed, it's consuming oxygen from inside the house. But I mean, it fire's a fire. It'll give you a little warmth, but it's sucking in oxygen that you're and heat and air from you and your house. So it doesn't heat quite as well. And I don't know. I'm gonna call that going. I'm gonna put another log maybe. Start using the bigger log. I wouldn't go with biggest log right now. Oh, there's a piece of birch. Oh yes. Hot. See, not a bit of hair on my hand. And that's going. All right. One way to start a fire. Thanks for watching. A couple of quick tips about the fire. It's about an hour later. Fire's still going nice. But 2 quick tips. First is clean out the firebox. Like clean all the ash out before you try to start a fire. It will start much easier. Now, have the fire out at least 24 hours before you do do clean the ash out of it. We had a fire last night, so it's only been overnight since this fire has been out, and I put my hand kind of into the ashes, which I don't recommend, but there's still warmth there. There's still some ash going, so do not put coals, embers, hot fire into your garbage. So after a full 24 hours, clean out the firebox. I said these were quick tips, didn't I? And another one is there's a little black in the center of the frame, a little blackness on the glass. It's because the wood was touching the glass, and it'll create this black mark, which is fine. Like it cleans right off. But just if you don't want that black to be there, don't have the wood touching the glass. I did. There we go. So that's 2 quick-ish tips about starting a fire. Thanks for watching.